Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
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 Jaya Gopi Janamallabha Giridharadhari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari.
Jaya Gopi Janamallabha Giridharadhari.
Gopi Jana
Jaya Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jaya Pushpad Paramasa Parigacharya Stotha to Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham ki Jai. Jagannathpuri Dham ki Jai. Ganga Mai ki Jai. Yamuna Mai ki Jai. Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Nita Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Want to welcome devotees for our Sunday program. I'm going to be speaking from Bhagavad Gita chapter 5 verse 22. If we all can turn to Bhagavad Gita chapter 5 verse 22. I will chant the Sanskrit and I request devotees to please follow. Ye He Samsparsha Cha Bhogha Dukha Yonaya Evate Adyantavanta Konteya Na Deshu Ramate Buddha Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evata Adyantavanta Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evata Adyantavante Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evate Adyantavanta Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha. Devotees can chant please.
Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evate Adyantavanta Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evate Adyantavanta Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha
Yehi Samsparsha Jabogha Dukha Yonaya Evate Adyantavanta Konteya Nateshu Ramate Buddha
Yea, those, he, certainly, samsparshaja, by contact with the material senses, bhogha, enjoyments, dukkha, distress, Yonaya,
Yona,
sources of, Eva, certainly, they are, Adi, beginning, Anta, end, Vanta, subject to, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, Na, never, Teshu, in those, Ramate, that takes delight, Buddha, the intelligent person. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Purport. Material sense pleasures are due to the contact of the material senses, which are all temporary because the body itself is temporary. A liberated soul is not interested in anything which is temporary. Knowing well the joys of transcendental pleasures, how can a liberated soul agree to enjoy false pleasure? In the Padma Purana it is said, Ramante yogino nante satyanande chit atmani iti rama padaneso param brahma bhittiyate. The mystics derive unlimited transcendental pleasures from the Absolute Truth. And therefore the Supreme Absolute Truth, the personality of Godhead, is also known as Rama. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, also 5.5.1, it is said, Nayam deho deha bhajan de loke kastan kaman arhate vid bujamye tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam sudhyat yasmat brahma sokyam tvantantam. My dear sons, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure while in this human form of life. Such pleasures are available to the stool eaters, hogs. Rather, you should undergo penances in this life by which your existence will be purified. And as a result, you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss. Therefore, those who are true yogis or learned transcendentalists are not attracted by sense pleasures, which are the causes of continuous material existence. The more one is addicted to material pleasures, the more he is entrapped by material miseries. Today, as we know, or this weekend, is one of the federal public holidays called Labor Day. And I have to admit that being here for about a little over 33, 34 years, I haven't really understood why we do Labor Day. I just know it's a public holiday and I have one extra day off so I can rest a little bit and catch up with some of the stuff. So it's just today that I realized, okay, Labor Day is actually a day, and honestly I had to Google it, you know. And the history of Labor Day, interestingly, is an annual celebration of the social and economic achievements of American workers. And the holiday is rooted in the late 19th century when labor activists pushed for a federal holiday to recognize the many contributions workers have made to America's strength, prosperity, and well-being. And I said, okay, so now I know why we do Labor Day. Why we get Labor Day off is because to give us an extra day off from all the work that we do. Then I started thinking, I said, wow, you know, so the Labor Day that we observe in the material world is to give us a break, you know, of the work that we do to make this country, as it says in this Wikipedia, you know, to recognize the many contributions that people in general, American people or publics, the society or citizens or what have you, have made towards America's strength, prosperity, and well-being. And that's why they have this day off, to thank them, to thank the American citizens, the American people, or people of this country for all the work they have done. Then I started thinking of Prabhupada, and the labor of love that he has given to us. Then I said, okay, we are working, as it says in the verse, hogs. That is can't get anything worse than that. For someone to call us a hog, working like pigs, pretty much. And that's what it is, We are chewing the chew. Day in and day out, every single day, we are chewing the chew. Right? We go to work punctually in the mornings, and we wait to clock out. I'm sure none of us will say, you know what, I really love working. I'll do an extra half an hour. I'll do an extra 1 hour because I just love my job. I love the people I work with. I love where I am. Yes, you don't have to pay me. I'll work extra hour, 2 hours, no problem. We don't do that. We labor, but we don't labor for love. Because if we love what we do, and we are ready to work without any overtime or whatever, that's called love. We don't love our jobs. We're doing it because we got to put a roof over our head, food on the table, somewhere to lay our heads to sleep on, bills to pay, maintain the family, take care of the kids, and all that. That's why we work. Right? If we do not have bills to pay, family to take care of, don't have to put a roof over our head, then we don't have to work. Really. If we read and know about the acharyas, like the 6 Goswamis, they didn't have a roof, they lived under the tree, they were content. They didn't have a job. They were only preaching, spreading the teachings of Krishna consciousness, spreading the mission of Lord Chaitanya, right? And giving every moment of their life, every minute of their life, every breath that they have, just for Krishna, without thinking of where I'm going to get my next meal. That's what they did. Now that's called labor of love. We're just working because we have to maintain the needs. But how often do we celebrate what Prabhupada has given us? Like we have, Labor Day, right? And it says in this definition, it's to recognize the contributions that people have added to America's strength, prosperity, and well-being. But if you think Labor Day is when people are going for shopping, they're not resting. They're waiting for sales, They are, waiting for 3-day, 4-day weekend to go here, to go there. It's funny, I was just thinking about my mother when I was thinking about this, and I'm sure the women can relate to that more than the men. I think, whenever we think of going out of town, it's the women that have to make so much planning. They gotta pack, they gotta cook, they gotta clean. And even on the vacation time, they gotta make sure this one gets done, that one gets done. And then when they come back, they gotta pack, unpack, and clean. is the Labor Day? There is no Labor Day. We're still working. Even on vacation, we're still working. You know, because we say it's the women's job, right? But if we ask any women, they'll say, yeah, I know, I have to plan. Okay, for 3 days, I have to pack this, I have to pack that, I have to pack this for my husband, pack this for my son, pack this for my daughter, pack the snacks, pack the snacks. This one won't eat this snack, this one will take that snack, this is picky, this is not picky. All 3-4 days, I come back and unpack the whole thing all over again. Did it sound stressful? It's stressful. Where's the Labor Day? There's no Labor Day. We're just celebrating it, thinking that it's have a day off. But no, there is no Labor Day because we have become slaves to the material world. Very nicely, Prabhupada mentions in that in this verse, right, 522. The material sense pleasures are due to the contact of the material senses. They're all temporary. It's all temporary because the body itself is temporary. So everything we do is temporary. The hard labor, the hard work. Yes, we do it because we love our families, absolutely. We do it because we love our children, we want to give them the best. But everything is temporary. So we have to ask ourselves, what can I do that is permanent? Then if you think of Prabhupada, how many times in a year do we think that Prabhupada has added, contributed to ISKCON's strength, prosperity and well-being? He gave his life. He didn't say, oh my God, I wasted my time. He did not say, oh my God, you know what? Why am I doing this at the age of 70? He never questioned one time, oh my God, I'm really suffering, my body's breaking down, and I got this, I went through 2 heart attacks, and da-da-da-da-da. He never said that, right? He pushed himself. He pushed himself, and he did it only on the account of his spiritual master's instruction. Jai Shri Shri Tita Gaura Chandra, he pushed himself because he was ordered by a spiritual master. And because of the order from a spiritual master, he said, whatever it takes, I'm going to give my life. Girls, come forward. Don't hide in the back, come forward. You guys, when we hide in the back, there's so much space here, and then it gets crushed in the back. You know, they say if you want to be a smart kid, you have to sit in the front row. What's the other word for kids that sit in the back? Backbenchers. That's not a good term, right? Is it? See, I used to sit in the back because I was tall. I had no choice because I would block everybody, so I had no choice but to sit at the back. But you guys don't have that excuse. But and actually, my dad used to always tell me, sit up front. I said, yeah, but you got a tall daughter. Too bad, I sit in the back. I had no choice. But anyway, so we have to think of Prabhupada. Now, Prabhupada gave the labor of love. These are the times where we ask ourselves and we think, Prabhupada has added to the strength, the prosperity, and the well-being of ISKCON. Now we have almost 700 to 800 temples worldwide. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I just read yesterday they opened another temple somewhere. The names are so interesting I can't even pronounce it. But it's just, they just opened one in India and one in Europe. Just like 1 week ago. I was like, wow, it's just mushrooming. Only by the mercy of Prabhupada. See, Prabhupada says, right, when we light a candle, we keep lighting the next candle, and the next candle, and the next candle, and the next candle. Same thing in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada started with 108 temples. In 1977, when he left the planet, he had 108 temples. Now, 50-something years later, there's 700 to 800, I think almost 800 temples all over the world. And it's not stopping, it's still mushrooming, one by one by one. Because of one person. Because of one person who gave his life to spread Krishna consciousness. Imagine a 70-year-old man coming to America, never been to America, don't even know what it's like in America. He came in, September, so it was like fall time in Boston at that time, Foreign language, foreign food, foreign place, foreign everything, and just had 2 heart attacks on the Jaladuta, right? Didn't know anybody. Just this Sally Agarwal and what's the husband's name? Gopal and Sally Agarwal, right? Stayed with them, did one preaching at Ohio University, and went to Boston, and he was sitting on a bench with a man, a passerby, and the passerby asked Prabhupada, so you're a Swamiji? He says, yes. You're from India? He says, yes. Why are you here? Prabhupada, I'm here to teach people how to love God consciousness. He says, how many temples do you have? I have many temples! Not even one, Baba. Prabhupada had a vision. He had not one temple, so I have many temples. How many disciples? I have hundreds of disciples. Not even one Ganesha at that time. But why did Prabhupada say that? Because he had full faith in his spiritual master's instructions. The Guru said, go to the West and preach. And he took it to heart. In fact, Bhaktisnanta Maharaj gave him that instruction when he was in his early 30s, I think 32 or something like that, if I'm trying to do the math. Yeah, late 20s, early 30s. It only manifested 30 years later when he was 69. 30 years later. Now let me ask all of you a question. If someone told you, go and do this, give you an instruction, go and do this, and you have full faith, but it took you 30-something years, would you keep that flame lighting in your heart, or would you say, 30 years, if it doesn't happen, it ain't happening? Right? We all will just give up hope. If it ain't happening now, it ain't gonna happen. Prabhupada never said that. 30 years, 30-something years, he let that torch in his heart burning. One day it will happen. Because why? He believed in his spiritual master's instructions. Prabhupada even said, I only had few minutes with my Guru Maharaj. Sometimes we think, oh, maybe Prabhupada spent so many hours and days and weeks. No. Prabhupada said, I only had very few moments with my spiritual master. Very few moments. But that carried me through all my life. Sometimes we ask ourselves, oh, I need maximum 5 minutes. No, I need more. Then we get another 10 minutes. Nah, I need more. It's not enough. Right? Prabhupada had only, and he literally says, I didn't have much time with my spiritual master, only a few minutes. He gave his instructions, that was it. Because he believed in the words of his spiritual master. See, when we are given an instruction by the spiritual master, by a guru, by a teacher, if we don't have full faith, it won't manifest. We need to have that faith. And because of the faith that Prabhupada had in his spiritual master, he took the chance and came to America. He tried it in India. Didn't work. They didn't want to accept it. They're like, you're just preaching to me my religion. You old man. I don't need to know this. But, So he came to America. In fact, I was listening to a lecture few years ago by a senior disciple of Prabhupada. His name was the one that wrote Chasing Rhinos. Shyam Sundar Prabhu. I was going to say Gurudas, but Shyam Sundar Prabhu. Shyam Sundar Prabhu. Actually, Shyam Sundar Prabhu is the one that carved the first Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra deities in LA Rath Yatra in 1969, 67, something like that.
67 was
67
was I think ISKCON establishment.
Yes, 69, yeah. He was the one that built the big deities of Jagannath, the first deity in ISKCON, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. He made a statement and he said, if Prabhupada came 3 months before September 17, 1977, or 3 months after September 17, 1977, we will not have ISKCON today. Now, I'll repeat that again. If Prabhupada came 3 months before September 17, 1977, or 3 months after, we won't have ISKCON today. Because the period that Prabhupada came, the cream of the crop of the hunger for alternative lifestyle was so high. Shyam Sundar Prabhu, it was so high that Krishna just planned it. Literally planned for Prabhupada to come when the need was so high for, I want something different because I'm unhappy in this crazy world. Look how Krishna works. Really amazing. Really amazing. So Shyam Sundar, because him being an American, he's 80, I think it's 81, he just turned 80 or 82. I just read a few weeks ago, like he turned 80 or 81 something. So he knows what it was like in the 60s and 70s. He says Krishna really planned everything for Prabhupada to come at the right time, September 17, 1977, and where it was such ripened fruit, where people were hungry for Krishna consciousness, hungry for alternative lifestyle, hungry for something different, because they were so unhappy. So unhappy. And Prabhupada gave his life. What Prabhupada did is labor of love. Because he worked. Labor means what? You work. Work, right? But he worked because he loved his spiritual master. He worked because he believed in his spiritual master and the instruction of his guru. He gave his life because he knew that Krishna and Guru will make it happen. He had no doubt about it. Full faith. Full faith. So the question to ask ourselves, how much faith do we have in what Prabhupada gave us? How much belief do we have in what Prabhupada gave us? When Prabhupada was leaving his body, the Krishna Maharaj and Giriraj Swami were by his side the whole time, including Bhakti Chura Swami. And Prabhupada was very worried. And he says, how will the movement go on? Because by the time he has established 108 temples, he had 11, 12 GBCs, he had many sannyasis, perfect morning program, perfect training, had everything beautifully in place. Gurukuls, farm communities, everything. And he was lying on his bed, and he says, how will this movement continue? And Tamakrishna Maharaj and Geira Swami said, Prabhupada will make sure that everybody continues to chant, keeping the 4 regular principles and following your instructions. Prabhupada says, how will it continue? He asked the question again, and they repeated the same answer again. And Prabhupada says, no. He gave 2 answers. The only way the movement Lord Chaitanya's movement will continue is by organization and intelligence. What kind of intelligence? Spiritual intelligence. What kind of organization? Spiritual organization, coming together. And then Prabhupada says, no, and then someone asked Prabhupada, this part I forgot who asked him, someone asked Prabhupada, but how can we, after you leave Prabhupada, it's going to be chaotic, because he was the only guru. Prabhupada said, if you love me, cooperate. If you love me, cooperate. So which means, if we don't cooperate, that means what? We don't love Prabhupada. And that's happening. How many of us really agree? See, many of us are working adults. We all work for our companies, right? How many of us honestly agree with everything that our manager does, says, supervisor says, CEO says? How many of us agree with them? You agree with them pakka. Matlab whatever they say, you pakka agree. If they're not correct, what happens? Can you say, I disagree? I'm not going to work with you? How many of us have done that to us? Why not? Why don't we tell our boss, you know what, I don't agree with you, so I'm not going to work for this idea. Why do we say that? Because we lose our jobs!
Sometimes the CEO is not good, then the organization goes down.
Yeah. But you know what we do? We'll watch and wait. Let me see when this is going to crash. Like a movie. I'm serious, I've seen it happen. We'll just sit and wait. Let me watch how far this CEO is going to run the company, and I'm going to watch it crash. Because you know why? If I quit, I cannot file unemployment. So the only way for me to get, if we got everything planned out, we are smart. You know what? We are shrewd is what it is. So we'll let them lay me off so I can get unemployment. So I can say, I was laying off, I didn't quit. True or false? Let's be honest. This is the material world. But we never tell our CEOs or our managers or our supervisors, you know what? I don't agree with you. I'm not doing it. Because you know you're going to lose your job. So what do? Somehow or the other we cooperate. We cooperate grudgingly. Because why? We want the paycheck. True or false? Yeah. That's exactly what we do. We cooperate whether we agree or not. We cooperate because we need that slip. The ACH paycheck or the direct deposit or the whatever we get our paycheck to pay our bills. Why not apply that same consciousness for Prabhupada? We're not going to agree with everybody. You know, I was, once in a while when I think of the Rath Yatra that we had, couple of months ago, I think of the momos, you know, that Mona and Soma and Poonam and Sharada put together. And sometimes I say, wow, you know, there is kachoris, there is samosas, there is momos, there's pakoras. There are different kinds of ways to make savories. Right? How many of us appreciate the variety of savories? There's a variety. Momos, pakoras, kachoris, you know, what samosas, what else, bhajis. The list goes on. There's a variety. One may not like momos, the other one will like samosas. One cannot handle kachoris, but after that, and I have to admit that the first time I had momos, Mona, and you got me, I love it. That's the first time I ever had momos, and I hands down loving it, so yes. But we love it. It's a different flavor. That is what Prabhupada is trying to teach us. If you love me, cooperate. Let's remove the boss, let's remove the sales. How many, I know in my household it happened, how many husbands and wives agree 100%?
0.
He's brave to answer. I know you all agree, but you're trying to let the husbands are sitting over there. No, he's getting the taste of it, so he knows now. He got married last year, now he's seeing what I have heard. It's coming true. Instant happening, exactly. Absolutely. Husbands and wives don't agree. It happens in my household. Being married for 30 something, I don't know, I have to ask my husband, 32 years, forget it, something like that, okay? Something, 30 something years. Do him and I agree on everything? He'll tell me the answer is no. There, Sakshi, my witness is here, shaking her head, no. We don't agree on everything. But what do? We cooperate. Very simple. Husband says green, no, I want yellow. Okay, fine, we'll make purple. Husband says blue, wife says white. Okay, we'll make light blue. Right? We come to the middle ground. I mean, seriously. Husband says India, one says America, father go to Africa. Something. We come to some kind of middle ground. Why do we come to middle ground? Win-win situation. Right? We come to the middle ground to make it happen. That is called cooperation. We are not going to see eye to eye every time. It doesn't happen in friendships. It doesn't happen in marriages. It doesn't happen in any relationships. It doesn't happen in work organized. It doesn't happen. This is the material world. The material world is not everything is going to be the way we want. That's why Prabhupada says, if you love me, cooperate. And if you don't agree, cooperate anyway. Bhakti Swami, he was asked this question when I was in my training in 2019 in New Vrindavan. He gave a whole 2 days of Prabhupada's glories, Prabhupada's instructions, Prabhupada's organization, how ISKCON should be run, like beautiful, because, Bhakti Swami is a Prabhupada man, we all know that. And one person asked Maharaj, Maharaj, but it's very difficult to work when we don't agree. Then the first thing he asked him, are you married? Yes. Do you agree with your wife all the time? No. Then why are you married? Divorce her. No. We make it happen. He says same thing for Prabhupada. He says, not everything we're going to agree, but sometimes we may not agree, but let it play out. If it plays out perfectly, great. If it doesn't come out the way we want, we learn from it. We learn by making mistakes. If there are no mistakes, we will never learn. You get an answer, Krish? Good boy. We gotta learn from him. We learn by making mistakes. If there are no mistakes, how will we learn? I have done something wrong. Actually, the mistakes are there for us to learn how to make it better. That's it. So if someone says, okay, touch your head this way, you say, no, let's do it this way. Try it. If it doesn't work, fine. If it works, fine. We work it. That is what Prabhupada is saying. If you love me, cooperate. Because if we do not cooperate, it means we don't love Prabhupada. That's exactly what it means. And it's really important that each of us really meditate on that. And I've had devotees come and ask me, Anasuya, have you ever agreed? And I said, no. There are some times I never agreed, but I did it. Because there's a lesson in it for me to learn. There were many times where there was some things told to me to do. I didn't agree, but I did it. How many of us as children agreed to what our parents say? You're looking at your daughter. No, seriously. Have any one of us, see, we are adults, so sometimes we forget that we were once children. How many of us say, whatever my mom and dad said, I 100% agreed with them. But we followed them. Why? Cooperate. We cooperated. Same thing in Krishna consciousness. See, what happens is that when we come to Krishna consciousness, when we are dealing with devotees, we forget that we have applied that same principle growing up with our parents, with mom and dad, with our friends, with our teachers, with our classmates, the list goes on. With our fellow colleagues right now, we apply that same thing. But we don't want to apply it in Krishna consciousness because we want it my way or the highway. But that's not cooperation. That's not cooperation. Cooperate. Look at the word. Cooperate. The CO always means more than one person. When there's a CO and then the next word, the CO means more than one company. So it's cooperate. You operate more than one person. That's why the word cooperation comes. So we have to ask ourselves, if I don't cooperate, is that pleasing to my spiritual master? Those of us who are initiated, we should always ask ourselves this question. If I don't cooperate, is that pleasing to my spiritual master? Those of us who are not initiated, who is our guru? Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, I am the preeminent Shiksha Guru for everyone. So we ask ourselves, if I don't cooperate, is that pleasing to Prabhupada? Will that make him happy? Will that make him sad? We should ask ourselves that. Because Prabhupada, it's not like Prabhupada wanted to come to America. You know how many people from different countries are like, if I can just get to America and live the American dream. Prabhupada didn't want to come to America and live the American dream. He was happy in Bengal. He
didn't want to come to Earth.
He didn't want to come to Earth, exactly. That is a, his husband, that's a very sweet pastime. disciples asked Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I don't want to come to earth. I was forced to come. He didn't want to come and appear. He was forced by Krishna to come and appear for us. That is called labor of love. What Prabhupada did for us is called labor of love. Imagine we don't want to come and we are forced to come. Prabhupada literally, if only I can find that pastime, but I read it somewhere, I have to look for it. It's in Elamrita, 6th or 7th volume.
I don't remember that, but yeah, like one of the disciples did.
Can you guys hear it? Speak louder. Get it. It's a beautiful pastime. You have to hear it to really understand the labor of love that Prabhupada gave us.
I think this happens in the afternoon when he takes massage and he's telling his disciples that this place is I didn't want to come here. I saw it and I told Krishna, no, I'm not going there. He was like that, and Krishna was like, no, you have to go, and that's where he appeared on.
So he didn't want to come. Very clear. Prabhupada did not want to come, and he came because Krishna says, you have to go. And why? For us. And I'm sure many of us, if we were told by Krishna, no, go to, take birth because I want you to do all this. And from Goloka Vrindavan, we are saying, oh my God, USA is such a druggy place. Do I have to go? Like, no, I don't want to come to America. I'm going to stay in Goloka Vrindavan. And we're having a good time. We'll say, no, I'm not going. But Prabhupada came for us. Labor of love. For us. He came for us. That is the real labor of love. So everything that Prabhupada says, we should ask ourselves, is this pleasing to Prabhupada? Is this what Prabhupada wants? Is this Prabhupada's teachings? Am I making Prabhupada happy? Because after all, Prabhupada gave us what we have today. Temple, japa, chanting, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, you name it. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Everything is given by Prabhupada. How many times do we say, thank you, Prabhupada? Even this friendship that you guys have is all because of Prabhupada. It's all because of Prabhupada. It's all because of Prabhupada that we have this sadhu sangha. That we can get up in the morning and chant our japa. Help you there. That we get up and able to hear class. Come to the temple, have the sadhu sangha, talk about Krishna consciousness, have devotee association. It's all because of one man and one man only, Prabhupada. Prabhupada was the one-man show, as they call it. One-man show, literally a one-man show. None of us could do it. None of us can do what Prabhupada, because he was a Goloka Vrindavan man, sent by Krishna, at the age of 70. My husband is 72, he'll tell you, no way Jose. At the age of 70, Prabhupada did that. Went through 2 heart attacks. So what can we do in return for Prabhupada? So we should always ask ourselves, am I doing this? Is this right for Prabhupada? If I'm not listening, is that right for Prabhupada? If not following instructions, is that the mood of, will that be pleasing to Prabhupada? If I don't cooperate, is that pleasing to Prabhupada? If I don't do this, what is pleasing to Prabhupada? We should always ask ourselves, what is pleasing to Prabhupada? When we please the spiritual master, the mercy flows incessantly. For example, if children, I remember when my dad This was in college, I think. You know, I was in college, and I think I got a very high score for my math, and I made my dad so happy. And I wasn't happy, but he was happy for whatever reason. He was so happy, he bragged to the whole world. And I got tired of it. You know, because all parents do that, you know. When I told everybody, I'm like, oh my God, I said, this man got too high expectations of me. And the very next semester, I failed in organic chemistry. And he got so disappointed. One semester, I passed algebra, 99%, he was very happy. Next semester, I had 43% in organic chemistry. He was like, what are you doing, sleeping in class? You know? But as kids, we want to please our parents, you know, we want to please them, make them happy, and so on and so forth. We should have the same mood for Prabhupada. What am I doing to please Prabhupada? What will make Prabhupada happy? Because Prabhupada gave the labor of love. He literally gave every blood drop of sweat, every ounce of energy, everything he had living in him, only for what we have today. So we should ask ourselves, what am I doing for Prabhupada in return? What am I doing? How much am I doing? Will I ever, what will it take for me to do more? Question for us to ask ourselves. Labor of love. We always want to take the fruits of someone else's work. We don't want to do the work. We want everything easy. You know, like last night my laptop crashed. And I was like, Hare Krishna, there goes my working day finish. You know, I'm like, okay, thank God it's Labor Day weekend. So I have one more day to get the laptop and get it up so I can work on Tuesday morning. That's what I was worried about, because I don't care what, I just need to get my work done. So on the way, when I went to Best Buy, torturous, an hour and a half there. My whole day was wasted. And the guy was asking me something. He was asking me of paying something, you know. Oh yeah, you know, now you scan the card, right? You put that and it scans. No more the sliding fellow. So I'm looking for the sliding guy to put the card. And he says, no man, we just tap. I said, where do I tap? He says, right there. I said, oh, is that what that sign means? You know, that 3 circle? Yeah, I know I'm funny. I'm sorry. Just, you know. I said, yeah, just scan that, man. I said, you know what, sir? I've noticed that about myself. When something new happens, then I've learned this one. It takes me 5 years to learn the new thing, then another new thing. I'm just behind like that. I'm just not techy that. I'm, you know. This is too much. And then in the car, I told my daughter, I said, I'm tired of living this material world. This is crazy. Have to learn so many new things materially just to survive. That's work. But we put so much energy in it. We spend so much time and so much energy to keep up with the new techie stuff in the material world. If we can put 1% of that energy in reading and hearing Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Just 1%. Just 1%. If we can put that energy in hearing and reading Prabhupada's books, we'll be in cloud 9. Seriously. But we don't. There's so many excuses. So many excuses. Prabhupada says, my books are the law books. For how many years? 10,000 years. How many of us will live for 10,000 years? Thank you, Krish. None of us. You got that right, kid. But we act like we'll live for 10,000 years. We do. We make plans to go here, to go there, to go here, to go there, but we do not make plans to read. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. What's the first one? Shravanam. We don't make time to hear. We don't make time to read. We don't make time to chant. These are the 3 basics out of the 9. If we don't make time for these 3, how will Prabhupada's books be the law books of my life? How? It's not going to happen. Vaisheshika Prabhu. Do you know why Vaisheshika Prabhu is pushing for devotees to read Prabhupada's books? He's actively pushing book distribution, finding different strategies and techniques and ways to distribute books, giving Prabhupada's books out. He's got all kinds of strategies. He's almost 70 years old, by the way. 69, I think, 70. Why is he doing that? What do you think, Madhidar?
Yeah, if we want to know about ISKCON, then we have to read Srila Prabhupada.
No, but why is he pushing that? Why is Vaisheshika Prabhu pushing for books?
That's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. This is his mission, he wanted more and more people to take the books.
But are we reading it? The reason Vaisheshika Prabhu is pushing the books is because he wants us to read.
So,
we are not reading it. See, if I give the book, if I want to give you, let's say Madhura Kadambini, I didn't read it, and you ask me, Ansuya, what's this book? I'm going to say, I haven't read it. Then why you gave me the book? Why would I want to buy a book that you cannot tell me what's in it? Prabhupada gave his life to write these books, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every day for 4 hours. He slept for 2 hours, he'll get up for Mangalarti, he'll take a 1-2 hour nap. He was running on 3 to 4 hours sleep a day. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every single day he was writing books. For him or for us? For us. But we're not reading his books. Why are we not reading?
Mataji, what is happening nowadays, we are going here and there, so many places.
That's the problem.
And we buy books, it is good, to buy the books from the other Maharaj, By the time we come home, I'm just telling you, we have 50 books at home. Okay, I went to this fair, I went to this Sangha, and etc. Or should I read this one, or should I read that one and this one? And then there is never a time to read Srila Prabhupada's books then.
That's actually, to be honest with you, I was told by one sannyasi, if we think like that, it's an offense. It's an offense. Big offense. Because, let me just show you. Because to actually say that we have so many books, but we don't have time to read Prabhupada's books. When Prabhupada gave his life every single night to write the books, and we say that we don't have the time to read, it's like saying, Prabhupada, you know what, Prabhupada? I don't have time to read your books because there are so many other books of the sannyasis to read, so I'll get to your book when I want. It's an offense. It's the biggest offense. We have thinking like that means that we are telling Prabhupada, you've wasted your 4 hours every night. It's an offense. That means our love for Prabhupada is not strong enough. Our faith in Prabhupada is weak. Our trust in Prabhupada is weak. Gotta fix that. Can't. We have to read Prabhupada's books. He didn't write it for time pass. He didn't say, you know what, I finished one book, so I have to write another book, so just waste, I'll just time pass. No. He gave his life. Read Prabhupada's books first. Actually, one spiritual master told me, if you have books of Prabhupada's and other sannyasis, read Prabhupada's books first. You will understand who Prabhupada is. A disciple of Prabhupada, Mother Jyotirmayi, she's French, French disciple of Prabhupada. She said, if you want to know a person, a known person, a celebrity, or anything like that, you read about his life and you read the books he has written. I'm sure many of us, we may have some person in our life that we know their whole life, meaning a celebrity. Like my mother, she was, the South Indians will know this, I don't know if the North will know. Like my mother, her favorite Tamil actor was Sivaji Ganesan. He left his body many years ago. She knew his whole life story. She studied it, she read about it. My father, his favorite Tamil actor was Rajinikanth. And Bollywood is Amitabh Bachchan. My dad knows the whole story about them. Because why? They take time to read. And I'm sure each one of us will have a celebrity in our lives where we know their whole life history. Because why? We love to watch their movies. So we want to know where they were born, what time they were born, when is their birthday, which town they were born, and what was their name, and who they got married, and how many kids they have, and how many films they got, and the list goes on. And the more we hear about them, we fall in love with that actor. That's just natural. Mother Jyotirmayi said, if we really want to know somebody, we read the books and read about them. So she said, if we want to know Prabhupada, if we want to love Prabhupada, we read the books he wrote and we read his life. You put two together, you will fall in love with Prabhupada. Your love for Prabhupada will be very strong. You will believe in Prabhupada. And your trust in Prabhupada will be very, very deep. Until we don't do this, we will never say, I love Prabhupada. It's very hard. And until we do not say, I have that love, that's when we cannot cooperate. See, it all goes together. If we do, for example, I'll use a husband and wife relationship. That seems to be very easy for us to understand. When a husband and wife don't serve each other, there is no love. If I don't serve my husband, if he doesn't do things for me, we cannot build a loving relationship. And when there's no loving relationship, what happens? Head-on collision. 2 cars, bang, 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 bang. Daily. Because there's no love. When husband and wife don't serve each other, there is no loving relationship. When there is no loving relationship, there will be no cooperation. When there is no cooperation, I don't trust him, he doesn't trust me. I have no faith in him, he doesn't have faith in me. Same thing with Prabhupada. Exactly the same thing with Prabhupada. If we do not read about Prabhupada, we don't serve him, we don't learn his life, we cannot say, Prabhupada, I love you, I'm going to cooperate with you, I will surrender my life to you, even if you kick me, you beat me, you slap me, but I'm still going to love you. We can't say that. But if you see Bhakti Swami, Jayapataka Swami, list goes on, Niranjana Swami, Ramapal Swami, all the sannyasis, they can say that. Why? They have read Prabhupada's books and they have learned his life. That is why they can give their lives 100% they can give their lives. Even if they're suffering. They have gone to jail for Prabhupada because of book distribution. They never said, Prabhupada, because of you I went to jail, I'm going to leave ISKCON. They never said that. In fact, they came out saying, Prabhupada, I preached to the jailers. I got them to chant the Mahamantra. And you know what? And they chanted the Mahamantra. And you know what? They were dancing with me in the jail kirtan. Prabhupada says, very good. Why? Because they love Prabhupada. They read Prabhupada's books. We have to ask ourselves, do I want that? Do I want to love Prabhupada in that way? Do I want to have faith in Prabhupada? Do I want to believe in Prabhupada? Do I want to surrender my life to Prabhupada? No matter how difficult it is, I'm going to surrender no matter what it is. Then read about his books. Read his life. And read the books he wrote. If not, it's very hard to say I love Prabhupada. It's very hard to say I trust in Prabhupada. It's very hard to say I have faith in Prabhupada. Because we don't have that loving relationship with Prabhupada. We need to have that relationship with Prabhupada. If we don't have that, it's difficult. It's difficult. And that's the reason why I always push Lilamrita, 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 Lilamrita. If we read 1 page a day, I don't know how many pages there are in the 7 volumes combined. Because I know now it's a 7-volume book. My time it was one fat book. I think it was like 1,000-something pages. I don't remember what it is. But the 7 volumes, if we read 1 page a day, we can cover all of it in 1 year. It's very possible. Because when you read 1 page, you can't stop there. You can't stop there. You'll be addicted to read the 2nd page, like, oh, it's getting juicy. What did Prabhupada do now? Oh, it's getting juicy. Did he fall asleep? Oh my God, it's getting too intense. The next thing you know, you're like, I gotta go to bed. But wait, let me see. One more page. That's Prabhupada Lamrita. When I was working night shift, this was in 1985. I was working night shift in Harrisburg. My shift was 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., what we call the graveyard shift. And I was living in Titanagri and I was reading that book. And I remember that because I have to switch my time, so I have to get sleep, so I can come to work the night shift. And it was very difficult because I was so glued to reading the Lamrita that I remember my husband would come and tell me, you need to sleep, you're working tonight. I said, yeah, but this book's too good to put down. It's too good to put down. And I read the whole Lilamrita in 3 months, working full-time night shift. And when I read that, I cried. When I completed it, I cried. And I said, why did it end? I wanted to go on and on and on and on and on. How many of us want that feeling? Then read Prabhupada Lilamrita. Go in Prabhupada's world. Dive into the book. Walk that road with Prabhupada. When we read Lilamrita, we can literally feel Prabhupada's journey, especially when he was preaching in Ahmedabad and he was fainting on the road because he was trying to save 2 annas to print 1 magazine. You read that page, you're going to cry. I can guarantee you that. So powerful. When you walk that journey with Prabhupada, reading that, you're going to say, Prabhupada, you went through all this for me? Wow. What should I do in return for you? Read the Lilamrita. Padam, padam, yarvi, padam. Every step there's danger. When we keep postponing, tomorrow will never come. Sometimes we take our lives, I'm 45, I'm 35, I'm 25, I'm 50. I got 10 more years according to the medical textbook. Yeah, but they don't do astrology. Krishna is the final word. Oh, I'm 64, 45 years old. I got so much time. I'll read tomorrow. We keep postponing. Next thing we know, tomorrow will never come. And then we'll say, dang, I missed the boat. Read it while we can. Dive into Prabhupada's Lilamrita. Deep. Walk that journey and feel Prabhupada's life. And I can guarantee you, and I'm saying this with full conviction, because I read the book. Once we finish reading the Lilamrita, you will fall in love with Prabhupada. And you will surrender yourself at Prabhupada's feet. There will only be 2 things. Actually, there will only be 1 thing that will not make us do that after reading the Lilamrita. You know what that is? When we read the book like a novel. When we read the book like a novel and it doesn't bring love in our heart for Prabhupada, that means we really haven't understood the life that Prabhupada has walked. The only way we can develop that surrender mode is when we walk the journey with Prabhupada in the book and we say, Prabhupada, I'm ready. Take me. I'm yours. Use me as an instrument. I'm ready. That is the only time we will feel that full surrender. Like, okay, Prabhupada, I love you. If we read it like a storybook, then nothing will happen. There's no connection. Take it seriously. Prabhupada gave us the labor of love. What he did for us is the real labor of love. He worked, he gave everything he had in love, with love, for what we have today. The least we can do is ask, what is pleasing to Prabhupada and how can I serve Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions? Any comments? Any reflections? proper Lilamrita if you haven't finished it? Who doesn't have the proper Lilamrita? How many of us have it in our homes? Haribo. Wow, almost everybody has it. Amazing. How many has got some more to read and finish up? Why are you at one? In which volume?
I started the first one.
First volume? You can get that in 1 year. Among schoolwork. Give 1 hour a day. Actually, what? Give 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. You know, when you have between classes, 1 hour break, 15 minutes gone. Read it. That's it. Put Facebook aside. Put Instagram aside. I'm being honest. This is today's social media problem. We have too much time for social media, no time for Krishna. This is the problem. Turn off this only 15 minutes. If you just do 15 minutes of the Lamrita, you'll see how much you can cover. Seriously. Sasatvik, you said you have the book too? Are you reading it? Which volume?
Second one.
Haribol. You are second volume, so you have 5 more to go. 15 minutes. It's possible. It's really possible. That's one of the few things my mother taught me. Nothing is impossible if you try. My mother always told me that. Nothing is impossible if you try. 15 minutes. That's it. Read a Lilamrita. It's beautiful. You finished it? You finished it. Kara, you have the book? You're on the first volume? Started. 15 minutes. When you start 15 minutes, you won't be able to put it down. I can guarantee you that. It is. You can ask my husband. He tried 15 minutes. And next thing he's like, 2 hours have gone by. Oh my God, this is getting too juicy. You can't put it down. It's impossible. Read a Lamrita. It's powerful. Amazing. Which volume are you? First, you have the book? You on which volume? 4th volume. First volume. 15 minutes. Read it. Read it. You know, this is in the old days of ISKCON. To get initiated, we have to read the Lamrita. If not, you cannot get initiated.
Even now, my Guru Maharaj.
Oh, Jagatak Swami is by a different level. You have to read the Lamrita, you have to read the first 3 cantos, you got to read this many books, you got to read the 20 questions, you got to do the interview, you got to do the phone interview. But do you know why he does that? Why? Don't answer. Tell me why he does that. He wants serious devotees. He don't want none of us. He wants devotees to be serious in the movement. Jagataka Swami wants devotees to be serious and committed to the process. Not just get initiated and then they do aram say yahan wahan chutti bahan all that. He wants serious devotees. That's why he does it. He puts a very strict, stringent. No joke. No joke. Yeah. But yes, Babarsha, 15 minutes, you'll see. It's just 15 minutes, literally. If you just give 15 minutes of reading proper Lamrita, you'll see the magic happen. You'll see the magic. The magic is magical. I can guarantee you that. It's amazing. In fact, there's one, we were reading a class, Bhagavatam class, about a month ago, 2nd canto, where it says that Lord Brahma read the Vedas 3 times. And I said to myself, Hare Krishna. Probably you get my joke, right? To read one book, we're giving a million read the Vedas 3 times. And we say, oh, but Mataji, there's so much to do. Finish one book. Read it again. Read it again. Balabhadra Prabhu is 72 years old. He's reading the proper Lamada for the 3rd time again. Yeah. Why? Because they have time pass? No. They want to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in Prabhupada's life. That's what we have to do. 15 minutes. That's all. 15 minutes. Ananda, which volume are you at? Volume 1. 15 minutes. Gotta speed it up. Cannot take life simply. Life is too precious for Krishna. We have to ask ourselves, do I love Prabhupada? And then read for Prabhupada. You're on which volume, Marita? Third, second, what, the first?
Third one.
You're in 3rd, she's in 1. Push your wife. Seriously?
I was reading yesterday about Srila Prabhupada, the 3rd volume. In that, like Srila Prabhupada got the 3rd heart attack here, like when he was in US.
Yes.
I think while he was going to San Francisco or while he was there. So he thought like this is the end of my life, so he went back to Vrindavan.
Yes.
And then one of the devotees said, Prabhupada, he thought like Prabhupada will not come back. He said, Prabhupada, can you send another Swamiji? Then Prabhupada's reply was, only I could lead them.
Absolutely.
Nobody else can
Nobody.
thank you.
Nobody can replace Prabhupada. Nobody can replace Prabhupada. Nobody. No way. No way. No, read it. 15 minutes. Stop all the social media. Band. Dukan band it. Just shut it. Read the Namrata. Then we will love Prabhupada. See, for those of us who are doing Guru Puja Aarti, when we do Guru Puja Aarti, we have to know who we are doing Guru Puja Aarti to. Not just to a picture. It's Prabhupada himself. He lives he's alive in the picture. But the thing is, we don't see it. It's because we haven't fallen in love with Prabhupada. Because we're not reading his books. And we're not reading his life. That's why we think it's only a picture. It's not a picture. Prabhupada is alive in that picture. But the only way to connect is to read Prabhupada's books and read the Namrata. Please, this is my humble request to every devotee here. Spend some time and read Prabhupada's books, the books he has written. If you do not know what they are, please come see me, please come see my husband, please come see Jit Mitra. We will tell you what books he has written. And if you don't have a copy of the Lilamrita, please come see me, we'll get you a copy. And if you have the Lilamrita, please read it every day. 15 minutes. And you'll see how much we have learned about Prabhupada's life. Srila Prabhupada ki. We'll get ready for Guru Puja Aarti, followed by Aarti, and we'll go then rest of the program. Hari Hari Bol.
श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रेमाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतसिद्धार्थ सतांग्रेस चिरभक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनाथ कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की ISKCON फाउंडर श्री प्रभुपाद की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपकुंज श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरि गोपीनाथ की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जगन्नाथ स्वामी की गंगा मई की जमुना मई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की सामवेद भक्तवृंद की गौर अभिवंदने। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. It's later in the weekend, we had some rest, we are not moving on. So let's switch the mood and make it all more exciting. That's what happened? Some energy? That's right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Excited and happy that we came to the devotees. But the deities have been Prabhupada. If we sound sad, then please go like we are home, we are not nice. Unless something different. Same with the truth by home, all is a good boy after a while. And the same with the rest of the day. Let's see something different. Thank you all for coming here for a Sunday program. It's so nice to have you boys here with us. And again, thank you for really getting into the mood of trying to see how we can go a little bit on our comfort zone to serve Prabhupada's mission. He has given us so much labor of love. What labor of love can we do for Prabhupada? That's the key point. So please, thank you for, hope we all were able to take something home to really work on our commitment to Prabhupada. That's the way forward. We want to welcome, I think if you guests today, if you're new here, please raise your hand so you know that it's the first time. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming. Thank you for Praveen. That's your honesty. Great conversation. Thank you so much for coming. Are you local? Local. Great. So we have to see more of you. Wonderful. So that we can end the program. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, are you first time or because somehow I see you somewhere?
Biting. This one biting.
This one Baltimore. Right? That's what I thought. Oh, very, very well. Very where every morning they serve you and your family to whenever you visit us for Hare Krishna. Wonderful. Come to the Lord Krishna, always said, we are slowly entering. Actually, consciousness is always festival. And the Prophet says every day is a song and dance. Every step is a dance, every word is a song. So that is Krishna consciousness every day. But in addition to that, there are festivals. I think we have festivals that the Americans do. It's not fair. But like I said, it keeps us focused on Krishna. Keeps our goal on Krishna, so we know why we're doing this festivals. So our next festival coming up is on September 11th. So please do make yourself available with your busy schedule. We will have scholarship of every night, and we will have class on the glory throughout the night, and we will also have a wonderful feast. Common press, one of my favorites. So please do join us for Radhasani. Radhasani is a wonderful program, as we all know that Radharani is the mother of devotion. And we cannot get very easy to Krishna without knowing Radharani. But at the same time, we cannot get Radharani very easy. We have to do the Lord Chaitanya. In fact, I was remembering something that Krishna was telling us when I said a few months ago in this class, which I heard again by Dr. Swami yesterday morning by Dr. Swami, where he said that before we go to Vrindavan, we have to go to Mayapur. We have to get the mercy of Chaitanya. And then go to Vrindavan, we get to see Radha Krishna. So that shows that, we are lost. Lord Chaitanya is telling us, So it's very important that we really celebrate Radharani. She's the mother of devotion, bhakti, and we pray to her to ask her how can we get to your Supreme Lord, Krishna. And then they will also tell us, okay, that's going to be Lord Chaitanya. Because Lord Chaitanya, that's on which side? Right side. And he is Radha Krishna Bhagavan. So if we want to see Radha Krishna, we will see Lord Chaitanya. He said that as Radha and Krishna combined in him. That's the beauty. So we actually have four personalities on the altar. We have Radha Krishna, we have Lord Chaitanya, we have Lord Chaitanya, and we have Lord Nityananda. And if we see Lord Balaram, we have Lord Nityananda. Amazing. So we have quite a bit of pastimes in there, quite a bit of personalities. So please do not get your calendars for that. And on the last Saturday in September, which I believe is September 29th, I believe, is the last party from the East Coast, which is ISKCON Philadelphia. And as we know, that ISKCON Philadelphia gives a lot of support. They are like sister temples. They are two. ISKCON Baltimore, ISKCON Philadelphia, and ISKCON Delaware. These three temples are our support when it comes to anything that we need in terms of our festivals, everybody efforts, and Kirtan Fest. So it would be very, very nice if the devotees here can support ISKCON Philadelphia's Rally on September 29th, and at the same time, yes, 28th, thank you. September 28th, extend yourself to some service, because when they come, they always do service for us, all the time. So it's very nice that we also go and serve. And I know from the service that they always need help for prasad serving. So if you are able to go to the Mahayana and do some prasad serving, please do go and help them and support them. Because they always need help, because they always need help. So if you can please do that. And other festival that's coming up is starting next month is October 12th. And we have our Kartik Kirtan. Amazing Kirtan for 8 hours. And it's all comfortable, very comfortable. TBA, to be decided every time. But it's 3 hours, and also please do come up for that. We have a lot of coming out to support us on that weekend, on that Saturday. 8 hours of Kirtan is really, really, really amazing. It's a good
Block your calendars, change your calendars, block the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 12 and 30, block them both. Do everything on the weekdays so we can give full attention both Saturday and on the Sunday and the Sunday program. We do so much for our boss. Let's do a little extra for Christian. That's a nice way to, we are so very on how to go. So let's block that. So remember, October 12th is our birthday year. So please prepare for that, block your dates, join us, support us, and especially the young people. Because we get a lot of young people coming out of the temples. They get inspired and we are here. If they don't see us, they will get inspired. So we will inspire the youth because they are the future. If you want the youth who's going to be the future to serve God, then we have to be present to help them to serve God. Because we have no money. So please come out and support the young people, the youth of ISKCON around, from different countries, proud people that are coming from, that they have a wonderful day of Christmas. Before we end, I'm going to represent them. Oh, Eva's birthday, where is she? There she is! Oh, Eva, happy birthday, my and sinners, well, the previous year, previous time. Wow, Eva, Holy, and Sinner. Happy birthday to all of you here. Please do not see them. Bless them. That they will never forget Krishna, always remember Krishna. And the more we bless them with that prayer, they will never forget Krishna. We want to see them. We come to run Krishna. Not because they all like, oh, this is the answer. The answer is all here. This is the same. This is the show that is everything here. All that is business today out there. Here is this. So we know that. Please, when you see this, we not only consider, please pray for them, bless them, that they will always continue to serve our mission. Thank you. When I see you, I know what that means. Stay in the water. You see, find language. And always else. But you can understand language, Next Sunday is the first day of Sunday school. And like you mentioned, we have a lot of restrictions, and I think we still have to come home and go in for. Yesterday was Tuesday. Okay, not yet. So my call tonight, you have to register your kid for Sunday school if you have one. Please do register your kid, and we will send you the Sunday school protocol so that everybody is aware of it. We are going to get a little bit more strict this year because the teachers have gone to a little bit more austerity last year, but have not had it. Us parents, we were trying to our children. So we really thank the parents. Please make sure Friday, Sunday, next Sunday, and on, we break the kids on time. We intend to do the first week at this time. But it is very long. The first week is like, on the clock, 4:30. Then it goes, 4:45. And then it goes, 4:50. And then it goes 4:55. Then it goes 5:15. And then it goes 0. Please, this is our spiritual education. The public school is not going to give them this education. They will never get Krishna in public schools. Not even in university, not even in college. I guarantee you that I'm finished somewhere else. They haven't get it. They will only get it in Sunday school. So look, treat Sunday school as a Krishna conscious school. Where that prepare them through their lives. Through their lives till their last breath. And you want to please encourage Pastor, please bring your pastor next Sunday. Please bring your kids 4:30 p.m. Not 5 p.m. 4:30 p.m. for Sunday school. And if you have any questions on your classes, from now to later, see myself, or the director right here, will answer any questions you have, anything you want, whatever you want. Please come see us today on the registration. And next Sunday is a fresh day. You know what I'm saying? They are cool. They are clear. So we are, they can apply all the criteria. Wherever you are, all right. So coming into the short phrase, darshan and salutation.